Hey everybody, welcome back to the garden. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing as I can grow all of this stuff that you see back behind me here are houseplants, vegetables, everything throughout the whole year. I can grow it, but I can't grow this channel without your help. So if you find some value in today's video, please join the community. I love being able to keep my houseplants outdoors during the summertime. It gives them a great boost of growth and also induces some incredible colors out of them, which is why I always keep them outside for as long as I can. But inevitably here in southeastern Wisconsin, we do hit a time where we have to bring those plants indoors. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about exactly that. How you should bring your plants indoors and when you should bring them indoors. Now, for the most part, this is a pretty straightforward and simple process, but you've got to make sure you do it correctly. Otherwise, you can introduce some very bad bugs inside your home that you really don't want there and are going to have some trouble eradicating for the following months if you don't get rid of them before you put them inside your home. Before we talk about the how, let's talk about the when. Right now, our nighttime temperatures are reaching about 45 degrees at the very lowest, and of course, they're going to steadily drop from this point on. We're in mid-September, and now is about the time when I always bring in my houseplants. You want to look for a temperature of no lower than 45 degrees. After that point, some of these plants can start to see damage. And in fact, you might see some plants that are even more sensitive to cooler temperatures than 45 degrees. So take a look at what plants you have outside and just Google them quickly and see how hardy they are. And you'll be able to find a quick answer on the temperature at which you should start bringing them inside. Most of mine right now are all 45 degrees and lower is going to cause some damage. So that's why we're bringing them indoors now. Let's take a look at the plants that we have out here and then show you guys what we're gonna do next to bring them indoors safely throughout the winter. Okay guys, we've got a wide variety of indoor plants here that we're going to bring inside for the winter. We've got our jade, sansevieria, barrel cactus, cholla cactus, opuntia cactus, more sansevieria, some pencil cactus, old lady cactus, and then even our alocasia African mask has been out here all summer. If you take a look, we have spider webs all over here. See a little funnel there that serves as a tome. And I'm sure that if we inspected all of these plants really closely, that there would also be some other bugs all around them. And so what we're going to do right now is kind of set up a temporary quarantine / cleanup station for these plants, in which we will just let them sit basically for about 4 to 5 days in the garage. And that way, a lot of the bugs and everything that might be on them will most likely crawl off the plants and go into a different location. And then on our 5th day, what we will do is clean them up the rest of the way that we haven't already, just to really do a deep dive into the plants to make sure that they're all clean and bug free. All right, so we've got all of the plants inside here in the garage. They've been sitting for a couple of days, which is gonna help get rid of some of the bugs right away. This is essentially stage 1 of the quarantine process that we're going to put these plants through. Right now at this point, what we have to do is clean up the plants. We're going to clean up all of the spider webs that we see and also thoroughly check the plants to make sure that we can get off as much as possible at this point. So we've got lots of cleaning to do specifically on our cactus planter right here, but there's also one more really important step that you guys can take to make sure that your plants are pest free when you bring them indoors. Let's go inside and show you what I'm talking about. Sansevieria, meet bathtub. What we're gonna do now is take our plants, if you've got drainage holes of course, and place them into a bathtub full of lukewarm water. You want to have the water below, I would say definitely below 90 degrees, probably shoot for 75 to 80 degrees, so really lukewarm water. And what you're just going to do is place your plant in there, and the water is going to thoroughly soak through your substrate and fill up that whole container. What this is going to do is flush out any of the remaining pests that might be inside your soil. This is definitely going to drown them and is definitely going to kill them. Let your plants sit submerged in water for about, I would say, no more than an hour. Half an hour would be fine if you're in a time crunch. With everything that we've shown you guys today, a big emphasis that I put on is not using pesticides, not using chemicals. You don't really have to do that as long as you follow the steps that we have taken right here. Step one is just putting them into the garage to help get some of the pests out, because they don't like not having any wind movement. It's going to be dark most of the time and just not the environment that they're looking for in this season. So they're going to sense that something's wrong. They're going to start running away from the plants. And then this last step is drowning out any of the remaining pests that might be in the soil. So if you do these things, as well as cleaning off your plants really well in the process, you'll be set to bring your plants indoors for winter without having to battle pests the entire season. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I told you it was pretty straightforward and simple. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for lots of houseplant content indoors, as well as some more projects that we have to finish outdoors here in the garden. I hope you guys' gardens are growing strong throughout the fall, and I wish you all a great winter in gardening as well. Happy gardening as always, and we'll see you in the next episode.